It's raining good news in Canada, guys, and I am happy to bring this news to you guys. Canada has announced new permanent residency pathway for caregivers. 3 days ago, precisely June 3rd, 2024, Canada announced new caregiver pilot programs to support international caregivers to come into Canada to care for Canadian families. And today I'm going to be reading the details out to you. And shockingly, the requirements are nothing to even stress you or worry about. They are easily accessible. They are requirements that are actually easier to get as against what we had prior. There was actually, a caregiver program prior to now, and it's ending in June 2024. So that, those programs, there were the children section and the seniors or elderly caregiver section. And I remember the child care sector filled up almost immediately it opened. But now they are bringing this pilot program straight to permanent residency. The one they had prior was mainly a work visa route. Then after a year, then you can apply for permanent residency. But this one is permanent residency route, direct from your own country. Let me watch the news, guys.
Today, I'm very pleased to announce we are launching new pilots that will provide permanent residency status for caregivers as soon as they arrive in Canada. The biggest change coming in these new pilots will be providing a one-step immigration process. Before, caregivers first needed to get work permits and then obtain work experience before applying for permanent residency. Under the new rules, we're simplifying the process and providing them with a clear, straightforward pathway to stay and care for our loved ones. The change will notably provide more autonomy for caregivers to leave workplaces with abusive situations, seek opportunities to advance in the care sector. And Lord knows I've heard a lot of those stories, not only today, but in the past, as we've been listening and reaching out to people that have been providing that support and have been in abusive situations.
I'm going to be reading straight from Canada.ca. That's more like the IRCC, the official released document. I'm also going to drop the link in the comments so that you can read it for yourself. And it's also going to be showing from your screen. I'm going to be reading from my laptop, and you can see exactly what I'm reading from the screen. June 3rd, 2024, caregivers from abroad are invaluable to Canadian families. Their hard work makes a difference in the lives of those they care for, including children, seniors, and persons with disability. As the home child care provider pilot and the home support worker pilot comes to a close later this month, those are the ones I was talking about. The home child care provider pilot, that's for the children I said got filled up almost immediately, and the home support worker pilots, those were released earlier and they are coming to a close later this month. The Honorable Mark Miller, Minister of Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship, that's the IRCC, today announced new enhanced caregiver pilots. Today being June 3rd, like I said, this will allow caregivers to continue to come to Canada as we look towards making the caregiver pilots program permanent. So once they launch this program, it is permanent. The new pilot program will provide home caregivers with permanent residency on arrival in Canada. Like I said, the one that is coming to an end later this month was particularly work permit route, but this one is permanent residency upon arrival. They will also be allowed to work for organizations that provide temporary or part-time care for people who are semi-independent or recovering from an injury or illness. This new pathway means that caregivers can more easily find proper work with reliable employers and have clear, straightforward access to permanent residency status as soon as they arrive Canada. So this one is straight through. Look at the requirements. This requirement is the sweetest part of this release, guys. The requirements are nothing to even stress you. First, attain a minimum of level 4 based on the Canadian language benchmark, that's CLB4. So you that you are running away from Canada, I wish there is just a route that I don't have to do English language test, and there is one news that came out earlier. As I say, it's raining good news. Canada first announced, taking out language tests for non-express entry provincial nomination routes. I have that video up. I'm going to link it. You can go and watch it. Now, they are saying for this route, this caregiver route, all you need is CLB4. And that's it. So you don't even need to just be able to at least say one or two in English or in French or whatever language you want to do. Is it CELPIP? Is it IELTS? Is it TEF? Just CLB4 is your language requirement. 2, hold the equivalent of a Canadian high school diploma. Nigerians, come closer. For you now, I know what I can say. You have WAEC, not junior WAEC, not GS3 WAEC, SS3. WAEC, NECO GC, NECO WAEC, BGC, you know those one thing, WAEC, SS3 WAEC. Go and evaluate it and get on board. You see what I'm always saying? Be immigration ready. Don't wait till when this thing now launch. You're now running kitty kata kata. So go and be looking for what is not lost. Here it is now. Go and evaluate your WAEC. Assuming I went to school now. Express entry is this. I'm just finishing I'm going to be finishing in Open University in next 2 months, next 3 months. This is ordinary WAEC. You are good to go. Next one, have recent and relevant work experience. You can just go for internship. Go and look for, care homes around, hospitals around, get relevant experiences. Be able to put your CVs together. Let me know if you want to see sample of, care CV, and I'm going to do a quick video on that to just show you what a care CV is supposed to look like. But even if you've had personal experiences, caring for maybe a senior, your grandma, your paternal grandma, maternal grandma, whatever, you can actually put that. So long as you put it, you structure it properly, right? You need relevant work experiences. Once you're able to put it properly, standardized, you should be able to get in. You should just, and even though you don't have any of such experience, try to gather such experiences now before it launches. It has not launched yet. It is going to launch very soon. If you're in the UK and you're looking to come into Canada as a permanent residency, this is your ticket. Whether you're a student or you're doing part-time, care shift or something, this is your ticket. Another requirement, you receive an offer for full-time home care job. I'm going to be doing another video maybe today, showing you guys, at least available jobs, where to search for the jobs and everything. If you want to see that video, just drop me a comment, like this video, share it with anybody that you know that would receive value from this. At least because lots of people have come into my DM, even on TikTok, I've gotten okay, do you have list of jobs? How do I get these jobs and everything? So I'm going to be doing a detailed video, just showing you some available jobs and where you can also go to find those jobs yourself. So you should come closer and subscribe to this channel already, because you don't want to miss that. But you also need a job offer to be able to get. Now, one thing is, the better positioned you are, the higher your chances, because you need a job offer. If there are people that have proper structured CV, and you are just coming, this is me, this is how I am, they will give those people job ahead of you. So this is where the tricky part is, where you need to position yourself rightly. Now, reading further, this new PR on Arrival pilot program marks an important step forward in Canada's effort to meet the evolving home care needs of diverse population. More information will be available before the full launch of the pilot, including eligibility criteria and details on how to apply. So this is all the information we have now. There is no age limit, at least as of now, as of this new release, as of June 3rd. They have not put out other requirements. Those are the 4 requirements that I've mentioned, but they will put out further details and the application process before it launches. So you want to stay glued to this channel so that I'll bring you the information as it is hot. Now, there are just some kind of summary statement that they put as quotes in the link that is going to be in the description, where on Canada site itself, that you can actually just get summary details of what is happening. And they say caregivers play a crucial role in supporting Canadian families, and our program needs to reflect their invaluable contribution as we work to implement a permanent caregiver program. These 2 new pilots will not only improve support for caregivers, but also provide families with the quality care that they deserve. Now, this route will also allow you to be able to bring in your family. It's not just okay, only you can come. With the way UK is moving, that even with caregiver and support work now, you can't bring your family. Canada now, they are coming with your family. So you better quickly hurry and go and prepare yourself, be immigration ready before this pathway launches. After hearing stories and feedback from caregivers across Canada, I am proud that we are making concrete actions to create policies to support caregiver community. Generations of women and men have advocated for this important pathway and have cared for our families and loved ones here in Canada. Now it's time to return the care that they deserve. This comment was made by the Honorable Rachis Valdez, as the Minister of Small Businesses. They are seeing how valuable, caregivers are in Canada, and they want to return the favor. They also want, caregivers to be comfortable enough. They want PR to be easily accessible to this important set of people. And also, another tip I just want to give is caregiving is not, a job that you just, because I want to jackpot, let me just quickly say that I can be a caregiver. You need the heart for this job. You're going to be caring for people that maybe might not even be able to care for themselves, or semi-independent people that still need to be supervised and all. It's not a job that you just come and say you want. It requires you to be mentally present, physically present, emotionally present. It requires a lot from you. So if you don't have a heart for this job, don't bother. But if you know that this is something that you want to do, this is something that you like, this is something that you're interested in, then you can look at this route. Another thing is you need to be certified. So even if you don't have maybe physical certifications, you can do virtual certification. There is Florence, there is Allison Academy. You can just go to this. They have online free courses that you can learn, maybe CPR, basic care certification that you can have that will also give you an edge, particularly because one of the requirements is that you need a job offer. So you need something that once the employer is also seeing your CV, they can be like, oh, we want this person. So even if you don't have professional, care experience and you want to use personal experience, but at least you have care certification, that also shows that, okay, this person is actually very deliberate about this job. This person is interested. So I just thought to point that out so that you will not come here and then do the job and the next thing you find yourself in where you don't want because you went to go and do somebody's parents or somebody's child anyhow. It is a very regulated and sensitive job. So if you don't like the job, please just look for another route. There are lots of pathways that you can use to come to Canada, and I have videos about those pathways. Just go and click on those videos and watch them. Don't come and do anyhow with care job. So one of the quick facts you need to also know, about care and care routes in Canada so far are these. One, in June 2014, there was an average inventory of 6,000 persons for the living caregiver program. Today, less than 1% of that living caregiver program inventory remains. As part of the 2024-2020 to 2026 immigration level plan, Canada will admit over 15,000 caregivers as permanent residents. Over 15,000 caregivers. Do you want to be part of this 15,000? If yes, you know what to do. As of April 30th, 2024, nearly 5,700 caregivers and their family members have become permanent residents since the launch of the Home Child Caregiver Provider Pilot and the Home Support Worker Pilot in 2019. Since that 2019 till April 30th, we have 5,700 people that have become permanent residents. But now with this one, it's straight to permanent residency. So they just want to let you know, what you're going to be getting, or what this route is targeting. So you don't want to sleep on this route. You need to be immigration ready. I say that all the time. Being immigration ready means like you have your language test, you have at least your credential evaluation. Those are the minimum, requirement for any of the Canada routes that you want to go through. They are going to ask you for this. This is all I have for you in this video. In next video that is coming up, I'm going to be putting, our available job. You don't want to miss it. You want to turn on your post notification bell so that once that video is dropping, you're one of the very first set of people that we apply and will position you better for getting this opportunity. Until I come your way in my next video, guys, stay blessed. Bye.